Welcome back to my channel. Thanks for watching and thanks for subscribing. I haven't posted in a while because I've been a little sick, but I'm back and I wanted to do, at the last minute, some costume ideas for Halloween. So, all the intros are going to be the same on this. It's kind of a little quick Halloween series, and I don't know what I'm doing with my hands because I don't know what's going on. But so, I'm going to do some simple quick videos that I hope you enjoy, and I'm not gonna do a lot of talking. I'll probably voice over most of the videos so I can do them real quick and you can look at as many different costume ideas as I can get done on a Saturday. So I hope you enjoy, and if you're new to my channel, thanks for watching, and if you are a subscriber, thanks for continuing to watch, and I'll see you in the next video. That is my cat Mac behind me. I have no control over what he does. He is the wildest of all my cats. But this makeup look was actually requested by my friend Heidi on Instagram a few weeks ago before I got sick. So I'm putting some moisturizer on. Yeah, he's looking creepy in the camera. That's his deal. He's creepy. So I've put him down twice. He keeps jumping up there. So enjoy. Mac, welcome to Instagram, or YouTube. Mac, welcome to YouTube. So we're going to get started with I'm going to be using this peach tone and the green on the far right to even out my skin tone, to make it a little less red and tan, because I need that flawless Snow White porcelain look. I have a sunburn on the bottom half of my face and it turned tan, but it's still a little red. So green is a really great color corrector for red to neutralize any of the tones that you might have. It works great on pale skin for that kind of rosacea type thing you might get. So if you have that with your skin, this would be a perfect thing if you're going to do a Snow White character for Halloween. I blended it in with a wet makeup sponge. Well, it was a little bit damp. It wasn't actually quite wet. And then I took 3 different foundation colors in some of the lightest tones that I have, and I'm going to use those as my foundation tones. I'm going to just put them all over my face, starting with kind of the medium tone, working on the bottom of my face, and then I'm going to go a little bit darker towards the top of my face, and I'm just going to kind of paint that in stripes. You can use your finger. This one happened to be a concealer, and it had the perfect applicator to just make myself look like a tiger. I used the darkest shade on my forehead and my neck and the chin area to give me a little bit of a shadow and definition. I used that same damp sponge and a foundation brush because I wanted to buff this into the skin really good. So it's not actually sitting on top of my skin, it's actually kind of melted into my skin, and then took the sponge and pressed whatever foundation was left over just into my skin. So it looks real flawless, like it is your skin. So you have that really flawless Snow White skin tone. Next, I used the lightest of all my colors, and I used that as a concealer under my eyes and on top of my eyes, and then I really focused it on my nose to kind of make the bridge of my nose disappear, because Snow White has this little button nose, and I have a very Lebanese nose because I'm Lebanese, and I just wanted to really get into the character and make my nose kind of change and disappear. So I used the very lightest concealer to kind of do that, and it was really fun, and I just had a lot of fun with this makeup, and I hope y'all do too. So just play around with different tones when you're doing the foundation. It doesn't have to be a solid stark white all over your face, or it could be. Just have fun. So this was the messiest part. I put more powder on my face for this look. It was a translucent powder that had no color, but I just kept packing it on my face because I wanted to have that literal Snow White complexion. So you can use any powder you want, but I used a translucent powder and just kept putting it on and kept putting it on until it just was falling all over me. So just keep packing it on and packing it on and packing it on. And then when you get that on, just let it sit for about 5 minutes because your skin will start to soak it up. Okay, now I've started to let that set and I'm dusting off the excess powder, and you can see how it's just giving my skin, I mean, it's not two totally different colors, so if you wanted to wear this as a costume, it'd be great, and you don't have to do your whole entire like neck and chest because it blends in nicely. So I'm taking just a big fluffy powder brush and just kind of dusting it off. When you dust it off, you want to do it really lightly because you don't want to drag any of the powder off. You just want to take off what's going to fall off. So here's where my artist part of me came in. I had so much fun with this Snow White look. I actually went back and used this little brown color. It's like a fawn or a deer color, like their fur color, and pretended that I was drawing like I was going to draw a character on a piece of paper. So I went in and defined the edges of my face with that same big fluffy powder brush and just added in shadows where I would be drawing my face if it was on paper, just to give me an outline. And it actually made it look a little bit more realistic as a character. So Snow White has a button nose, so I'm going to take that same color and kind of shade in the bottom of my nose to make it more pronounced, to make me actually have that little perky nose and not really add any more definition anywhere else on my nose. And I'm going to take this same color and add a little bit more depth to the sockets of my eyes. To get the kind of doe-eyed look that Snow White has in all of the pictures that I saw and that I looked up, and the cartoons, the Disney characters, the actual characters that they play at Disney World and Disneyland, she had this kind of doe-eyed, smoky eye look. And in the cartoons, her eye was really shaded towards the corner. So I used 4 different types of brown. I used 2 matte browns, and then I used 2 metallic browns. And I'm just shading it in on the outer corner of my eye and then dragging it into the brow bone area. I used this little makeup guard card because I did not want to get any fallout on the foundation that I worked so hard for, and I used a smaller brush to work in the really corner to give that depth on the outer corner of my eye. And I just kind of, brushed it in there, and I didn't really let the brush move off my skin once I put it on there. I just moved it back and forth to really get that depth and concentration of color. For the eyeliner, I just use a flat black matte eyeshadow and a angled liner brush, and I'm just stamping that on my lash line just to make my eyelashes look a lot thicker, because Snow White had amazing eyelashes, and I just wanted to create that without using any false lashes today for this look, so it can be achieved real easily by anybody. So Snow White has very white pale skin, but in all the pictures that I've looked at, especially the Disneyland characters and the Disney World characters, when they're dressed up, they have really rosy cheeks, even with the white skin. So I used my RCMA blush palette, and I'm using the Coral right now, and I just dotted it on my skin, and I'm just going to blend it in to make me have that rosy blush. I used a cream blush because it was really easy to blend it into my skin and actually make my cheeks look more flushed. So I blended it really well into my skin to where it kind of disappeared. And then I'm going to go back later and add a little bit of a blush, a really hot pink blush, just kind of popping it on the apples of my cheeks to give it that little bit of unrealistic kind of character glow. Using the same color black I used for my liner on my eyes, I'm actually filling in my brows. If you don't have dark brows, you'll have to kind of start from scratch, but luckily for me, I do have black hair and black eyebrows, so this look was pretty simple for me. I wanted to challenge myself here and try to get cartoon eyelashes without having false lashes, so I turned to primer, eyelash primer. I just kept layering it on my top and my bottom lashes. I think I put about 4 coats each, letting it dry in between each coat. On my bottom lashes, I used the IT Cosmetics Tightline Mascara. It has this teeny tiny wand where you can really etch out any eyelashes you have. Even if you think they're not there, this makes them there. It's awesome. With my bottom lashes and my top lashes, I did about 3 coats of mascara. On my top lashes, I'm just using my favorite mascara. It's the Benefit Bad Gal Mascara. You can use any mascaras you want. It's a very personal thing. These are 2 of my favorites, so that's what I used today. And last but not least, for my Snow White, I must have her rosy lips. So I'm going to use a MAC lip pencil in Kiss Me Quick. I always anchor my pinky on my chin, especially when I'm doing lip liner. Red lip liner is a challenge if you don't wear it. I love red lipstick, so I wear red a lot, so it wasn't that hard for me. But you want to start in little tiny strokes and then fill in the corners to kind of give it a little bit of depth right there at the edge of your mouth. It makes it look a little bit more pouty and bigger than it actually is. I switched over to an Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetic pencil in NSFW because it had a more of a cherry color to it. Snow White had this wicked little bow to her lips. My lips have a pretty deep bow, but after I put the foundation on, it was pretty gone. So I'm drawing this on really deep and very cartoonish. You can use one color for your red. My lips were kind of chapped, so I chose to use a lip gloss. Actually, I used an Obsessive Compulsive Lip Tar, and I used 3 different colors. The first color I used was called Stalker, and then the next color I used was the NSFW color, and then at the very end, I used Super NSFW. It has a metallic to it, so it gave my lips a little bit of pop and shine. And I just actually layered them on one at a time, and you can see as I'm putting them on that the color gets richer and changes and then gets a lot shinier. Other colors that I really like that would be great for the Snow White red lip would be MAC has a color called MAC Red. That's perfect. And then Lip Sense has a great one that's called Blue Red, which is perfect for a Snow White lip. So there is Snow White. Ah, that's awesome. So thanks for watching. This is my finished Snow White. Red lips, pale white skin. I already had the black hair. Thanks for watching my channel. If you have made it through this video, please subscribe if you're not already subscribed so you can keep up with future videos. And thank you to all my subscribers for watching, and I will see you in the next video. If you have any suggestions for any videos, please let me know. Or if you have any questions about how to do this look or any of my other looks, please just send me a message. I love getting messages, and I will talk to y'all soon. Thanks!